Today's Shinkansen took me to the little-known city of Onomichi, located in the Hiroshima prefecture. Onomichi is a small hilly coastal port town, known for its stunning temples and endless hiking routes. I arrived in the early afternoon and was eager to explore every route and set of steps I could find. Before setting off to destroy my hamstrings, I decided to try out some of Hiroshima's Okonomiyaki. I'd previously tried the Kansai version of this dish in Osaka. It was delicious, but not very filling. Luckily for me, the Hiroshima-style Okonomiyaki has a noodle base, providing you with all the carbohydrates you'll need to explore this hilly town. With my stomach threatening to explode, I was ready to set off into the vast hills I'd looked up at since arriving. I found my way to Senkoji Temple. You can find it quite early on as it's not that far up. The atmosphere here was calmingly peaceful and the courtyard looked very well maintained. I wandered around for a while, admiring the greenery and plants, and the overall red theme that the temple had going on. The purification fountain here had a really cool dragon statue guarding it. It was super realistic and kind of scary. As I followed the path up, I passed through Onomichi Cemetery. The cemetery is built into the hills and split across different levels. Many of the gravestones held fresh offerings. It was nice to see that they were frequently visited. As I climbed higher, I spotted more ruins and uneven ground, and it got me wondering, how long ago was this cemetery built? It almost felt like navigating through a maze, and when I finally found my way to the top, there was a larger shrine there. Taro-san is a flower merchant from the town neighboring Onomichi. I stumbled upon him and his family during my hike, and we quickly got talking. Taro-san was very friendly and greatly encouraged me to take on the challenge of scaling this climbing wall you see here. However, I soon discovered I would not be climbing it alone. As I began to ascend, Taro-san and his brave children followed behind, shouting words of encouragement every step of the way. It was terrifying climbing up without any form of safety, but knowing I wasn't alone helped me persevere and push through. Taro-san was very passionate about his work. Flowers have a huge significance in Japan, and he said that they can be used for all kinds of events and occasions. I walked with Taro-san and his family back into town to see them off. Before we split ways, he recommended me another path to follow up the mountain. Needless to say, within minutes, I excitedly headed back up into the hills of Onomichi. Having warmed up from my earlier walk, my legs were less resistant to the steep steps, and I was able to race up comfortably, passing by homes and admiring the ever-improving view as the sun slowly sank into the horizon. En route to Hiroshima, I heard about Onomichi. It's actually the start point of the Shimanami Kaido, a 70-kilometer bike route across the 6 southern islands of Japan. Whilst I would not be able to do this challenge at this point in my journey, I wanted to visit the city to figure out the logistics of such an endeavor. I hadn't ridden a bike properly since my high school days back in London, and certainly hadn't come anywhere close to the proposed distance. But during this trip, I'd overcome all sorts of trials and challenges and wanted to continue testing myself further. But for now, back to our hike. My current goal was to summit the coastal port town of Onomichi. Just as I was getting bored of the never-ending steps, the hills threw all kinds of different terrains and paths at me. There was this narrow passage where you have to walk in between these huge rocky walls with mysterious shapes carved into them, and then you come across a seemingly randomly placed shrine, because why not? There's a route called the Path of Literature, where instead of climbing stairs, you get the option to traverse rocks and old tree roots, with small signs scattered around to read. But they were all in kanji, so I wasn't able to make sense of them. The final path is really easy and calming to walk through. It's not steep, and there's a low black fence that could save me from a fatal fall in case my shaky knees gave up on me. When you get to the top, there's this piece of architecture. It's the Senkoji Park observation deck and marks the highest point of Onomichi. There were only a few more steps to climb before I'd reached my goal, and when I did, I was rewarded with a clear, lovely view of Onomichi, painted orange by the setting sun. I hope you enjoyed today's adventure. It's been a while since I've sat down and made some videos, but it's nice to be back, and I look forward to making a lot more. If you liked what you saw, please do give a like and comment down below what you thought of the video, and of course subscribe, and you can see what I get up to next time. I'll see you on the next adventure.